need to do in the best possible, in the best possible way, and also rise up to be excellent. And from what I'm getting from what you said is that she has a passion for excellence and wants to make sure that you rise up to that every single time. Thank you so much for sharing that. I am going to go to our next speaker. I have the pleasure to introduce Ms. Tsakani Baloyi. She's a supply chain professional and travel enthusiast. I'm also a travel enthusiast, so I feel you. She's enthusiastic, highly charged supply chain professional leader with 9 years of experience in male-dominated industries across engineering, packaging, and automotive. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tsakani Baloyi.
Thank you, Maria, for that introduction. Before I get into myself and being a coachee of Coach Tinyiko, I would just like to say it is an honor for me to be here launching Coach Tinyiko's book. I am so proud, and I think I cannot contain it. I've been calling my family saying that my coach is launching a book. And the reason why I cannot contain my excitement is because apart from being a coachee of Coach Tinyiko, I know the work, I know the preparation that she puts in coaching us and making sure that she transforms our lives. So Coach Tinyiko, just before I go into this talk, I would like to extend my appreciation for the work that you are doing for women in male-dominated industries. Thank you, Coach Tinyiko. Okay. Who am I? As I was introduced, my name is Tsakani Baloyi. Originally, I am from Pretoria in Winterveld. So I just find out that Coach Tinyiko is from the same area that I am from. Currently, I reside in Johannesburg. I'm 31 years of age. My career spans for a period of about 10 years. And in male-dominated industries. So all my life, working career life, I've been in male-dominated industries. And currently, I am a leader in a male-dominated industry. So how do I describe myself? So one word that describes me and everyone who gets to interact with me is that I'm an overachiever. I just want the best for myself, and I want the best for those that are surrounding me. I'm a very curious person. I'm always learning. I'm always finding out what is happening in the world, what is happening in different industries, and how can that information currently help me in the current position that I am holding. I'm a person who likes to challenge myself so that I can push for the next goal. So the next question that you are having is that, how did I find myself in this space of coaches, in this space of self-development? Here's what happened. I was bullied in the workplace. As I said, I've got about 10 years working experience in male-dominated industries. I was bullied. I was name-called. Even myself, I felt that I was not deserving of the higher position, even though I was already doing the work. But this one actually talks to me the most, is that I played victim. So I played victim. So there was a particular day in the mornings, I love listening to motivational talks. So that particular day, I was listening to Mel Robbins. So Mel Robbins is the author of the 5-second rule. Yeah, I think that's what her book is called, the 5-second rule. And I think I've listened to this talk of hers for like 100 times before that day. And this particular line that says, no one is coming, I've heard it a lot of times, but that day it talked to me and it says, no one is coming. Tsakani, how long are you going to be playing victim? That's when I reached out to Coach Tinyiko. So I went over to her Facebook page, and I think I told her this. I've been following her for like almost a year and a half. I was like saying that I actually think I need this development in my life. This is an area whereby I'm lacking because of the abuse of the name calling in the working environment. But I was very hesitant. And that day when I listened to that talk of Mel Robbins that says, no one is coming, I contacted Coach Tinyiko. And you know, with Coach Tinyiko, every post of hers on Facebook says, when you are ready, contact me. And I was ready on that day. I'm like, this lady knows it, that It's only when you are ready that you will contact her. So after I contacted Coach Tinyiko, we drafted a roadmap. And one thing that I liked about this roadmap is that sometimes myself, I can be a bit reserved. So Coach was actually able to take out what I was not saying. I don't know if it makes sense, but she could see it and she could see what I wanted to say. So in that roadmap, what we did, we had a discovery call. We discussed what are your limiting beliefs, what are the areas, Tsakani, that you need development in, and we drafted a roadmap in terms of where we're gonna start, how we're gonna build up on it. But here, listen to this funny story. So I started with Coach Tinyiko in October last year. So after the first session, I was all charged up. I'm like, I'm staring. I got this. I got this. Little did I know how wrong I was, guys. I think in the first session, Coach told me that, Tsakani, you see yourself, you are 30 years plus. All these behaviors, all these challenges that you're facing, all these limiting beliefs that you're facing, do not think you're going to solve them in 1, 2, or 3 sessions. This is a journey, and you need to be committed to your self-development. Guys, the Tsakani that you see now, this is a transformed Tsakani. I think you can see the passion and aggression that is in my voice when I speak about self-development, because I am a living testimony. And I am so grateful that I reached out to people who have already walked on this journey. And I'm so grateful that I was able to connect with Coach Tinyiko, like, who is so patient. She is so patient, but another thing, sometimes she can tell it like it is. I remember this other day, we had a session and she's like, Tsakani, you are the problem. I was like, what? Am I the problem? So sometimes she brings it to you tough so that it can push you to change yourself. So guys, in as much as I am investing in my development, I do have bad days. But guess what? The change now is that I've got tools that Coach Tinyiko has helped me to go into. Whenever I have a bad day, at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, Tsakani, you had a bad day. What do you need to do? I go into my toolbox and saying that this is what you need to do and use when you have a bad day. And one more thing that I've picked up with myself in this journey since I started being a coach of Coach Tinyiko is that I do not let a bad day become a bad week to become a bad month, and a bad month to become a bad year. And that is what distinguishes you from other leaders. You do not dwell on your mistakes. You do not dwell on the problems of that day, those challenges of that day. Why? Because you've got an accountability partner. You've got someone who's guiding you along this route. And most importantly, you've got the tools that you are working with. So before I preach too much, I'd like to mention the key takeaways or the key learnings that I've currently picked up with Coach Tinyiko that have helped me, and I believe it can help other people. Guys, I am in this journey and I do not see myself stopping. So I'm just going to share these 4 key learnings. Number 1, this is a journey. As I said, after the first session, I was so charged up. I was in high spirits. I was like, me, I got this. This is enough. I know how to navigate this route. I was wrong. This is a journey, and you have to go in it willingly and when you are ready, as Coach normally says. Secondly, one of the big things that, this one was a big one for me, balancing masculine and feminine energy. The first speaker, Rehab, said it, that sometimes you act as if you are a mother. So sometimes you lean more on your feminine energies. Sometimes you lean more on your masculine energies. It's not wrong, but know the time and place and know when to be in the middle, when to have a bit of the masculine and a bit of the feminine energy. The third key takeaway that I'll give away is stay true to yourself. We get into working environments, there's a new term, we want to squeeze ourselves. We want to squeeze ourselves and we want to change ourselves. So Coach Tinyiko always reminds me of this: maintain your individuality regardless of the circumstances. Always make sure to maintain your individuality. The last one, guys, this is the last one. And this one, I've put it last because it stands out a lot for me. Managing up and down. When you become a leader, and especially in male-dominated industries, the key focus of most people is, how do I manage my subordinates? Those that are below me, checking their work and stuff like that. We focus on that. But you also have to know how to manage your seniors, how to manage the key executives in the company. So that is something that has really transformed this coaching journey that I have with Coach Tinyiko. Guys, I am done. My parting words, one word that you must just remember, because I believe that everyone that is on this platform, the audience that is on this platform, these are people who want to transform themselves. These are people who are willing to invest in themselves. These are people who are taking self-development seriously. These are people who want to change their lives. Just one word: embrace. Embrace this journey. In as much as people, we can be hard on ourselves, but embrace this journey. Yes, leadership has got up and downs, but embrace it and you'll see how beautiful this journey can be. Thank you so much.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much, Takani. That was amazing. Like, you touched on so many key points. I'm even trying to struggle to summarize everything because it was just so many nuggets of wisdom. You were just dropping. I was trying to pick up. But let me try and summarize. Really important, that I'm sure a lot of women in some instance or other have been bullied in the workplace, bullied to the point where you even feel that you're not good enough. I know I've felt that at some point as well in my personal corporate journey as well, that, you're bullied to a point where you feel like you don't belong there, even though you're still doing the work and your work is exceptional. And that almost provides a sense of imposter syndrome. What I love about Tinyiko's book is that she obviously, as you mentioned, through your coaching with her, is that you embrace your individuality and make sure that you stand firm on who you are. Guys, this book is amazing. Like, okay, I've had the pleasure of going through it myself, and I'm just like, you guys are in for such a treat. In fact, I feel like it's a steal, the price she's priced it at, because the many years of knowledge and experience and the tools that she's provided in there is literally a game changer and will make such a difference in your life. It's like having someone like a personal coach, in your pocket, essentially, and you just get to go around with it. Sakani, you said something really, really important, and I feel like everybody actually needs one, is a coach. When you're really serious about self-development, you really need a coach to help you stand out from yourself and see, the challenges, and be able to provide a clear roadmap of where it is that you need to go and how you need to go about it. And what I feel about this book is almost like you have the coach in your back pocket, in a sense, but also, spend that time with Coach Tinyiko to help you unpack your roadmap and hold your hand along that journey to make sure that you become that formidable leader that you can be. Wow, ladies, I don't know about you guys, but for me, this has just been such an amazing afternoon so far. I don't know how you guys feel, but we're going into the most juicy parts, because Coach Tinyiko is just going to give us just a little taste, a little, excerpt from her book, just so that we get tantalized to see, like, oh, we need to get the book today. I'm going to hand it over to her to just read a little bit from the book for us, and then thereafter we're going to open to any questions that anyone from the floor might have. All right, Author Tinyiko Motileni, over to you.
Somebody has unmuted herself. Please mute. Okay, guys, something has happened here, but the devil is a liar. We're going to carry on with this launch. I've just switched on gadgets. My computer has just stopped. I don't know why. So I won't be able to share the presentation, but I've got it on the side. We're just going to carry on today. You know, the devil is a liar. Okay. All right. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mabusha. Thank you so much, Rahaba. Thank you so much, Takani. You've said a mouthful. I'm not gonna even go back to your speech. You've said a mouthful, and saying thank you so much for the testimony. It is very much amazing. I didn't even think that you think like that about me, you know? So thank you so much. All right, so I've got a few nuggets of the book here with me, and I'd like to share with you the 4 conversations that I think they are going to make or break you in the male-dominated industries, okay? So you need to level up and be able to have conversations with yourself, okay? That is the first one. So it's chapter 1 in the book. And my book, guys, doesn't have chapters. In fact, it has got conversations. It has got sections, you know? So I wrote this book to be very different from other books, you know? And most of you who knows me, especially those in LinkedIn, they, you know, they will tell me that your content is so raw. So guys, I'm giving you the raw content that is happening in the industry. So that is why I wanted it to be raw, so that people can relate, so that the new generation, when they enter the male-dominated industries, they can find the truth about the male-dominated industries. I didn't want to write a book about you know, the normal book about leadership that you found at school or anything. No, mine, guys, is very different. You'll see it when you read it. It's very practical, it's very raw, it's very different. It's just my experience and what I think, you know, I've done, and then that can be able to help you level up. So the first section is that you need to make sure that you have conversations with yourself, okay? So you will never lead anyone if you don't know how to lead yourself. I know that I've done that, got the t-shirt, you know, as you say. So you need to be able to lead yourself before you can lead others. So have those conversations with yourself, okay? And make sure that you motivate yourself so that you can be able to lead other people, all right? Then the second one is that you need to have conversations with your subordinates. Make sure, you know, you train yourself to have those very difficult conversations with your subordinates, because your subordinates, guys, can break you or make you, okay? You need to work through them, especially when you are in a targeted environment whereby you need to produce target all the time. You need them. So you do not have to shy away from those conversations with your subordinates, okay? The third one, I said you must have conversations with your core managers. You know that core managers can sabotage your production. I mean, everyone who worked in production knows that you've got core managers that you need to team up with in order to produce whatever that you are required to do. And those people can sabotage you very easily, you know? So as a woman, you need to be able to have conversations with them and make sure that you confront them head on, okay? So in my book, I'm describing the situation, and after describing, can somebody mute, please? Maria, can you check who's talking?
Hi, Mapula, can you please put your mic on mute? We can hear your whole conversation.
Okay, so I was talking about co-management. You need to be able to co-manage with other males. Okay, so guys, as you know, my book is all about a woman leader who is leading males in the male-dominated industry. Okay, then I've got the fourth conversation, which is very, very important. Sakani has touched on it. You need to be able to have very difficult conversations with your superiors, whether you like it or not. Sometimes you just need to go to them and confront them and tell them, I'm Tinyiko Motileni and I want this. You understand? So you need to have that confidence to go to them. So that is another section in my book whereby I help you, because the other thing with superiors is that your growth in your leadership depends solely on their hands. So you need to be able to talk with that person and be able to make that person to allow you the growth in your positions. Okay, then guys, the third section, second section, no, fourth section, something like that in the book is that I am helping you with the growth mindset. Okay, so I'm recommending some self-leadership tools whereby I help you how, when you get into the industry, how can you make sure that you are not stagnant? You know, sometimes you get to an industry and you don't know where to start, you know? So I'm helping you, I'm recommending some take homes whereby you can start with them so that you can be able to see the growth in the industry. You can be able to lead your subordinates. You can be able to make an impact. You can be able to produce whatever that you want to produce. So that is my recommendations to you so that you can be able to get out of that situation whereby you are stuck. Okay. Then the other section, it's results. Okay. You need to build a result-driven team. It's very important, very, very important. If you are not building that team, you are going nowhere. You know, it will be that situation whereby they say, yeah, she's a woman. What was she thinking? Eh? She cannot be able to manage here. This is a man cave. You know, this is a man's space. This is us. This is who we are. You know, you will get those kind of talks if you are not able to build a result-driven team. So another thing, guys, that was my what do you call it? My fighting equipment. You know, so I use that to fight all those who thought I'm not gonna be in the industry for a long time. You know, I would be producing results all the time, and I would be, you know, making sure that I'm a detailed person. You know, I check each and everything that is happening in my department, you know, so that I can be able to make sure that whoever is thinking that I'm not going to do the job, they are lying. I'm doing the job. Okay, so that was very, very, very important. So in my book, I explain how I build a result-driven team, how I molded my subordinates, how I made sure that they think about results all the time, you know, how I made sure that they think of me as a person that they can trust, as a person that they can be able to be open with, as the person that they can go to for each and every problem. So I decided when I was building that team, I was like, okay, I'm going to be a manager. I'm going to be a psychologist. I'm going to be everything to these people so that they can trust me. And I started, you know, gaining those names, you know, sisters, Dimamso, you know, my boss lady, you know, I started having those labels, but they came in a right way because I think people started to see me as a different person from whatever that they view me as, you know, whatever that I have helped them with. Somebody saw me as a sister, somebody saw me as an auntie, somebody saw me as the mamzo, you know, the millenniums, they call us the mamzo, the mamzo, you know, and then somebody saw me as a boss lady, somebody saw me as a lady boss, you know, I had all those labels coming to me, and I was like, yeah, now, you know what? Now I've got this. I've made sure that they trust me and they can do the job. Okay, so it's very, very important to have that what you call strategy. Yeah, to have that strategy to make sure that you lead people in such a way that when somebody else come to them and try and influence them, they are not influenced easily. You understand? So you need to make sure that those people are not influenced easily, and those people are able to make sure that they deliver what you want all the time. That is very important. That for me was my highlight of my leadership career. That was my highlight, and I knew that I've done the right thing, because even if the companies that have left long time ago, they even call me, they still call me now and say, where are you? We see you are a coach. But you know what, we all have these small talks and conversations and appreciation of what I did for them, all right? So in my book, guys, you're gonna get that. You're going to find that. And another thing is that my book is not, I didn't read long things. I don't like reading, you know, long content, and I've made it short to the point. You will understand it, short to the point. And my book, it's all about what I experienced with white and black. So I made sure that I don't generalize. I tell you straight, what did the white subordinate say to me? What did the black subordinate say to me? What did the white manager say to me? What did the black manager say to me? And they are so different, guys. They are so much different. Believe me, their approaches to you, to me, they were so much different. And that's why I've outlined in the book that with whites, you will think of this, you will find this. With blacks, you will find this. So I've outlined that in my book according to my experience. Okay. And then the other thing is that the last section, I have made sure that I've put this section in order to help you to take action, accept support. Okay, so make sure that you don't sit and have a problem and then make it build to a day, to a week, to a year, because you know what, you need to take action. You need to start doing something. When you've got the problem is not gonna go away until you do something. And if you do not do something about the problem, you ended up being the problem yourself. Okay, if you don't do anything about the problem, you are going to be the problem yourself. Okay, so make sure that you don't sit around. You can start by making sure that you watch my videos on YouTube. I've got a video, a channel, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. I've just started recently, Twitter, but most of all LinkedIn and Facebook. That's where I'm very much visible there. And I've started a YouTube channel. I am busy training people onto YouTube channel how to handle themselves as leaders. Then when you've checked all that content, all right, buy the book. Buy the book, because as Maria said, it is a pocket book. It's something that you can use as a reference, as a guideline. It's something that you can put on top of your table, and when S hit the fan, you go to the book. Okay, so buy that book so that you can be able to have a guideline. Okay, and believe me, the second book is coming very soon. All right, so make sure that you read this one and then you buy this one. Okay, so that you can be able to have your own guidance in your pocket, your own leadership tools in your pocket, okay? Then after you've read the book and you feel like, no, you know what? I still need to do something, you know? Make sure that you join my program. There is a program whereby I have outlined the sessions, the 13 sessions. I've outlined the leadership sessions that I'm going to help you with. Is a program-based coaching. So I coach you according to that program with 13 sessions. You can come for that session. Everything is in my, the website, tmstrategicproject.com. Everything is there about that program. Then if you feel like, no, man, Tinyiko, you know what? I want one-on-one. You know, I want one-on-one, like Takani. I want one-on-one. I want you to unleash what is in me, you know, then you can come for a one-on-one coaching from me. So there's options, guys. There are options. Do not sit around and say, oh, you know what, I cannot be able to go to this program. No. I mean, I'm tired of programs. My friends know I don't want problems. My kids know they must come to me with solutions. I don't want problems. I hate problems. So if you've got a problem, stand up, take action. Don't just sit there and think the problem is going to solve itself. No, it's not going to solve itself. Do something about yourself. Then you will be able to solve the problem. Okay. And then, guys, the book is available. I haven't printed the badge, the whole lot, but I have got this one in my hands. I've got this book in my hands. I've got it. So it's going to be available. Please give me time because it's for the first time that we're going to print the book. So give me some time. When you start ordering, you can start ordering from next week, Monday. You can order via a bank transfer. You can transfer the money, and then the delivery of the book is through Pexi, PEP Pexi. So after you've put in your money, you've transferred the money in the account, then I will be able to see your proof of your POP, send it via WhatsApp or via email, it's fine. I will make sure that I write everything, guys, on the chat, because I've got a challenge, but anyway, I'll write it on the chat. So you pay, it's 260 for you guys only. For how many are you? 21 guys that are here now. It's 260 for you, but the normal price is 305. Okay, but for you is 260. You pay it into the account, and then you wait for SMSs from PEP. Okay, so you need, when you send the POP, please write the address of the PEP that you are next to. So I'm using Pexi as the courier. Okay, then what I'm asking for you is that for the first order, after you've paid the money, please allow me 3 weeks so that I can be able to get the order from Cape Town and all those things, and the arrangement of the couriers and all those things. At least give me that, because now we are going to we are going to talk to the printers. We are done. We've got the sample. This is the sample. We think it looks good. So we are just going to talk to them for bulk printing and for making sure that we courier them from Cape Town to Johannesburg. Okay, then I'll be sending them to you through Pexi. All right. So I'm going to just say this one thing. This one last thing is that please make sure that we all, this thing about Warren Buffett, somebody is sitting under the shade today because somebody has planted the seed for the tree. So let's all be planters of the seeds so that we can be able to afford the next generation the opportunity to lead in the male-dominated industries with ease and confidence without fear of failure. Okay, It's very important for me, guys. That is me. It's so important for me to make sure that I afford somebody else the opportunity to be good in what they are doing, to be excellent in what they are doing. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. I appreciate. I hope you've got the insight of the book. And one thing that I need to read for you is just one part of the book that I want to read to you. Is the small self-leadership tool number 15. It says, how my tears dried up in the boardroom, you know? So, and I start, don't beat yourself up if you ever cried in the boardroom like me. As long as they got the message, it is okay, move on. Tomorrow it will be old news, okay? I had to learn what I call the boardroom etiquette, okay? This is where I would put myself in a position of power and not be scared and fragile anymore. I know it is not easy, and it was not easy for me at first, but as a leader, I had to make it a point that my tears dry up fast in the boardroom to stop the narrative of being viewed as weak, especially when you are female in a male-dominated industries, okay? Then I said to you, how? That is why I'm saying my book is just straight to the point, no jigga jigga. So I say, how? When I got into the boardroom, I would take the seat at the head of the table, chairperson's seat. I'm laughing now when I think about it, and say, no one told me anything the first time I did that. And I continued. Every time I go to the boardroom, I would take that seat. And you know what? That allowed me to see myself in a position of power. Okay, so you know that leaders, chairman's seat, you see everybody, and you are in the position of power. Okay, then the second point. So I see. So sitting on the chair allowed me to look everyone in the eye as they were talking. Okay, I would also turn with my whole body, to show that person that I'm confident enough to look at him and not shy away from his eyes, okay? And I started with the big boss. Not a good move, but hey, I was determined to solve this thing, okay? Secondly, I always gave my opinion first in the meeting. Amazingly, my suggestions were good and everyone went along with them. In the future, I was asked with respect, for my great solutions. I felt so in control and confident, okay? This is very funny as I think about it now. I stopped serving tea because I was the only woman and Black. I took it upon myself to automatically serve tea. How noble. But then things changed. I stopped instead. I was served tea. Those men started serving me tea. For the first time, I elevated myself to their level. Okay? A simple act. Okay? Then I stopped thinking that they are superior to me, superior than me. Okay, I stopped that narrative that, these men are superior, I need to serve them tea and all those things. I gained control of my tears. And as they say, the rest was history. Bona, the ball started rolling. Okay, so that is the piece in my book. How I emerged as a leader in male-dominated industries, 52 practical tools to assist females navigate leadership and growth. So that piece, it's from my book, guys. All right. So thank you so much, Maria. I appreciate everybody still, I thank everybody still. And it is my pleasure. It is my pleasure to have you guys, present in this launch. Thank you, Maria. Over to you.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much, Tinyiko. Guys, if you're not ready now to send your monies, I don't know, because she dropped such valuable knowledge. I mean, firstly, let's take it from the conversations quickly. Conversations with self, really important, because if you know yourself and you're confident in yourself, you'll be able to navigate the environment around you. Now, conversations with your subordinates as well, so that you can, be able to, manage them accordingly. Conversations with your co-managers, so important, because if you're not working as a team, you're working by yourself, and we know there is no I in team. So if you need to move forward, you need to move forward together. Conversations with your superiors, because if you're not able to elevate your profile with them, you need to be seen as someone who is an integral part of the team and a valuable person. So you need to be able to speak to them with confidence and let them know who you are and what you're about and what you intend to do. Wow, profound from that point. Taking us in terms of growth mindset. If you want to grow, don't be stagnant. Guys, I don't know about you. If you don't have this book, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is a roadmap right here in this book to just help you, catapult your growth within leadership as well. And then going into, the coaching, and Tinyiko, God bless you. This book is, guys, don't walk, don't crawl, run. Okay? As soon as she sends through that information, run, and book it, because wow, even just, what was I think it was the coaching, the practical number 50. See, that was number 50. Can you imagine the 49 tools before that and the 2 after that? My goodness, guys, please run. Don't walk, don't crawl to get the book. I'm going to open the floor up very quickly, just for a couple of questions if you do have. If not, then we're going to proceed to the speakers. So I would like to kindly ask the floor, anyone with any questions that you may have. I'm just going to check in the chat. You're welcome to ask in the chat, or you're welcome to share, to quickly unmute yourself in video so we can also see you and ask the questions. Don't be shy. You're most welcome. It's a very interactive space. Anybody, or you can put your hand up. I'm going to give you another 15 seconds, 30 seconds. You guys, you don't have questions. Clearly everything is clear. You love it. You're ready to buy book. You're ready. I love it. I think, was it Tsokane said that the new thing is resqueezing. Yes, you're ready to squeeze in to the leadership. I see Lindy Way's put her hand up. Lindy Way, you're most welcome to, unmute yourself and show us your face if you'd like to show us, but please ask your question.
I think I will not be switching on my video, unfortunately.
That's fine.
Various reasons. I just want to say thank you so much to Tinyiko for the invite. This was a very, very interesting session, even for somebody who is not in a male-dominated industry, but in the industry itself. I think we do meet such challenges, and to have to listen to those nuggets that everybody else shared. I cannot wait to get my hands on your book. Looking forward to it. And if I can just please ask that mine gets signed as well. Thank you very much. The one question that I have for you is that, obviously, based on all these challenges that you experience, you had to, like you explained, and I think this has been your experience throughout your career, that you had to man up. Was it not difficult for you then, as a mother, going back home and having to now, become a softie again? Has that maybe had some impact on your relationship with your kids, with your personal relationships, maybe with your partners and all of that? Because you have to at some point know when to stop to man up, and now change and wear that different hat of being the mother again. That is my question. Thanks.
Okay. Maria, can I answer?
Yes, please do answer by all means.
Okay. All right. So, Lindy, have you read my book? I think you've read my book already. So there's a tool, you know, in the book whereby I talk about do not think like a man. Don't think like a man, okay? Because that has made me to, you know, I saw my children as workers. You know, I would go home and sort of lead my children, you know, and don't give them a chance to be children. You know, I leaded them. I wanted to lead them. I saw them as my workers, you know, and with my personal relationship, Bon, it was my way or the highway, you know, because I had this thing. I was molded from the beginning to think like a man. You know, my mentor was like not giving me a chance to, how can I put it, to be myself. You know, I never got a chance to be myself when I started in the industry. I had to follow somebody else. And that somebody else was a man, you know. And you know, men get home and they read a newspaper and a woman must cook. So you know how confusing was that for me to get home and have a mutual conversation with my children. I never did that. I gave them instructions all the time. I would give them instructions. You know, my personal relationship, there was no mutual communication. No, Bon, you hear me, you will listen to me. That's it. So that is another tool in the book that I said to you, do not think like a man. It's very, very important that you are given the opportunity to establish your own leadership identity. Guys, that is important. Make sure you establish your own leadership identity. Be your own leader. But whether you lead like a grandmother or like your aunt or whatever, make sure that you establish your leadership identity. And as you go along, you're going to mold it. You're going to shape it in order for it to allow you to give you the required result that you want. You understand? So it is important, guys. Maria, I think it's leadership tool, conversations with your superiors. Yeah, section, that section, conversations with your superiors. I added that. Do not think like a man. Don't even go there. Be yourself so that you can be able to go home and be a mother, and be able to go home and be a partner or a wife or a girlfriend, so that everybody can view you as the person that they need in the house. It was difficult for my family to give me support, you know, because I mean, they see this person as a superwoman. Yeah, they see this person as a superwoman. So how are they going to support you if you are a superwoman? For God's sake, they will put their hands and say, oh, super hit, be a superwoman. You understand? So it's very, very important not to think like a man. That is in my book, Lindy. Thank you so much for the question.
Oh, no, thank you for the honest answer. I imagined that could have been a challenge, you know, that's why I asked. Thank you so much. Thank you for the answer.
Tinyiko, you are a force to be reckoned with, and I love that, because I believe it's not just in male-dominated industries. I think it's all industries, especially it's for us women. We've been conditioned to believe that we need to think and act like men in order to be, you know, successful in leadership. But in her book, again, guys, I know it sounds like I'm just talking about this book over and over, but seriously, in the book, she literally says, and I think it's beautiful because you don't hear a lot of people talk about it, be yourself. You know, tap into your feminine energy. As Sakani even mentioned earlier, know the balance. And, you know, in her book, she talks about what you need to do in order to, you know, once you're done with being at work, the tools you need to use to come home and, you know, separate yourself, because that is how you are able to show up, not just at work, but at home in your own authentic self without having to take on everything else and so forth. It's a tough balance, because for many years we've been conditioned to believe that. So now it's unlearning all of that and learning how to be yourself, essentially, to go forward. Thank you so much, Lindiwe, for that question. Do we have any more? Don't be shy. No more? I'm going to give you 10 more seconds. I'm looking at my clock here. Anyone, you can put up your hand if you're interested? No? Okay. We are going to go to the next speakers. Guys, we're in the home stretch. I am sure you guys are having as much fun as I have. I've learned so much already. As someone who's already read the book, I'm already still learning more even through this conversation. It's just amazing. I don't know, Tinyiko, maybe we will need to hold such sessions like this once a quarter or something, because this is just amazing. We're not alone. And that's what I love also. Like, we are not alone on this journey. We may not be in the same industries, but the challenges we're facing are very similar. And, you know, when you have a support system, a support network, which she also talks about in the book, it obviously helps you in making sure that you are grounded and your perspective is clear in terms of how you want to, you know, become that leader that you want to be. All right, so we are going to go to our next speakers. I have the pleasure to introduce our next guest speaker, Ms. Tumi Piri, an HR professional in her early 30s. She is originally from Limpopo and is currently based in KZN. She holds a BCom honors in industrial psychology from the University of Johannesburg. She joined the male-dominated industry as an HR administrator in 2013 and has since held different positions within the automotive space. Tumi, through the mentorship of Coach Tinyiko, has now ventured into human resource consultancy and new startup support. Her motto is, "The best things in life aren't things." Ooh, powerful. She believes that people are any organization's greatest asset, and her mandate is to make a difference, whether in the corporate space or in humanitarian work that she is involved in. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Ms. Tumi. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Maria. Greetings, everyone. I'd like to firstly take this opportunity and thank you, Coach Tinyiko, for inviting me on this platform this afternoon. So I had my first encounter with Coach Tinyiko in 2021. I think it was around June, July at the time, early on in COVID. And she was hosting an online event on that particular day with a former manager that I had actually when I started off in the industry, and I was actually an HR trainee at the time, and she was my manager. So they were doing a co-event, and I opted for that particular session. And the main reason was not so much for the session, because right now I actually can't recall what it was about. But I knew that these two ladies were industry experts, and then also on top of that, they also had the one-on-one session that you get to have with the facilitator. And that is definitely the reason that I went for the program. At that particular time, I felt very stagnant in my role then. And I just wanted a bit of change, and also to structure the ideas that I had for my next steps in terms of what I wanted out of my career. So that was the main drive behind why I wanted to go for that particular session. And so, so we had our one-on-one session with Coach Tinyiko, and it was profound. There were lots of nuggets that I got from that particular session, and I knew that I need to continue with this engagement, because I just wanted to grow and expand and get to a new level, basically. So one of the things that really stood out for me on that particular day, apologies, we have lots of dogs here. Okay, so one of the statements that she made that really stood out for me is that you can't give from an empty cup. So yeah, so that's where it started for me, and I knew that I definitely need to get my cup filled so that I can be able to give the best of myself in my workplace, also in the business that I also run in my personal capacity, and then also in my family. And that's one thing that has really stood out for me, is that what I have learned throughout the 1 year in the coaching sessions, I'm actually able to apply it in different parts of my life, and that has been the biggest takeaway. So my journey with coaching with TM strategic projects, it was a journey of self-development, as I have mentioned, through which I was able to get guidance for my new level. It has also been a journey with an industry expert. You know, that statement that she made earlier on, actually, let me rather share this one, because that other one she used quite a lot. So she mentioned that you know, we get to land on softer cushions because somebody has gone through it already. And also, nothing under the sun is new. Everything has been done before. So all you have to do is basically get a bit of guidance so that you can be able to continue the same model and even do it better where possible. So, and another thing was that I found an accountability partner. In so doing, I have someone that can hold me accountable for my goals and what I have committed to. And then another thing is that I found somebody that was able to challenge me in the last year and going forward. Like the previous speaker said, Coach Tinyiko will literally tell it like it is. Where you are the problem, you are told you are the problem. But what is absolutely wonderful is that she'll also give you ideas and help you work through that. And that is absolutely amazing. And it's been the biggest blessing for me. And then also, I needed somebody that can help me set clear goals. And then those goals, you actually break them down from 3 months to 6 months to even greater than that. And that has been a big blessing for me as well. And then lastly, I needed somebody to believe in this particular dream and goal that I had, which I have gotten. So yeah, so that is in short my journey with TM strategic projects. And then also the coaching journey. So it was in twofold. The first part was fixing your mindset. As you know, mindset is everything. So with the right mindset, you can literally achieve anything and everything. And with the wrong mindset, you are doomed for death, basically. So you'll be stagnant and you'll remain right there. So through the first part, we looked at setting goals and understanding your goal. And then very important, and what really stood out for me in that part of the program was the identifying your why. Because, you know, life happens and things change. But when you have that driving force and you know the importance of why you're doing what you're doing, that definitely keeps you going even in the toughest times. So yeah, from there we looked at looking at your intentions, your needs and your wants. We looked at breaking your goals into smaller parts, assessing your current mindset. And also important there was the portion that we had on your relationship with money. Yeah, that really stood out for me. And then acknowledging your limiting beliefs, the beliefs that actually limit you from progressing forward. And then also, instead of those, replacing those with your empowering beliefs. So that also stood out for me in that part of the program. And then also she would equip you in making decisions, and also not making a decision is a decision on its own. And that's something that you can't have, especially when you're working with your male counterparts. It's very important that you are assertive, and you're assertive more, especially in your decision making as well. Yeah, and then also how to tap into your greatness. Then the second part was about taking action on what you have committed in the first part. And there she guided me on how I can actually draft my coaching Bible, which is basically a step-by-step guide as to the goals that you have set, where you're at, what you wanted to achieve. And then from there, you can also have contingency plans where you are unable to meet some of those things that you had planned that you will reach. And then, yeah, so just building success and also being able to work around your business, being aware of what your value is, the kind of solutions that you offer for your clients, and understanding their needs and their problems so that you're able to meet that. And that's what sets you apart from your competitors. So that has been the biggest takeaway for me. And I've really seen the biggest growth within the last 6 months of last year. Where I was actually able to grow, and now I'm also consulting full-time now, as opposed to last year when I was doing it as a part-time thing. So yeah, so It has really been such a blessing, and I thank you, Tinyiko, that you had the courage to actually firstly go and empower yourself so that you can run the coaching sessions, and secondly, now that you're launching the book, I know that it will be a great tool for many women on the call and many women across the globe. And yeah, we look forward to getting more and looking for the second one thereafter. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tumi, for sharing your experience within the coaching program. I am just blown away. Like, guys, I have a question to the floor. Okay, I just want to see a show of hands. Who is ready to level up? Show of hands, just quickly on the computer. Who is ready to level up? I know I am. Hey, anyone else? Tumi's ready. Who else is ready to level up? I want to see those hands. Lindy is ready. Anyone else? Anyone else? Are you ready to level up? Because if you're ready to level up, I am going to say this again. You want to run, not walk, and get this book. Clearly, coaching is really important. As you've heard from Tumi, this is what basically helped to level up to that next level, you know, help to get to that level of being a consultant now full time. Within not even like the last 6 months, just literally level up. Wow. And now you're going to have this book as a tool for you to use on a day-to-day basis to help you emerge as a leader. Guys, again, I know I'm gonna say it over and over because I've read through the book, but just, you know, in case you were wondering, you want to run, not walk, to make sure you place your orders for this book so that you yourself can also level up. But if you feel like, as Tinyiko mentioned, if you feel like you actually need a one-on-one, please book time with her. You have her email. Send through that email and book time with her so that she can create a roadmap specifically for you so that you can get to that next level. As women, we've been playing small for too long. Now it's time for us to rise up as the leaders that we are and make the changes that we wanted to see. All right, thank you so much. I have the pleasure to introduce our next guest speaker, Ms. Mary Motileni. She was born 49 years ago, studied logistics and management. Then she joined a male-dominated industry in 2005 as a vehicle quality checker. She was then promoted to quality controller supervisor in 2007. She was promoted again in 2010, look at this greatness, to be client liaison and career planner to date. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Mary Motileni. Please take it away.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mary. I'm going to jigger this thing. Ne? I want you to understand where Tinyiko Motileni is from. Ne? So Tinyiko Motileni is my young sister. I'm her big sister. She comes after me. So we grew up almost, we are on that brackets, the same brackets of age. So we grew up at Winterfeld at our parents' plot. Go dusting and get lights. Banaba go dusting by Excel. So as they say, charity begins at home. Tinyiko grew up in a responsible way. Most of the people we grew up with them, they thought Jinan was my older sister. I'm the younger one. While she was studying at TUT, she already had temp job at SPA, and she helped me out financially. And she could even sometimes pay school fees for my daughter, you know. She was so responsible. After she completed her degree and started working, it was worse. She took big responsibilities at home. She mentored us and our children. She adopted some of our children. She motivated them. Some of them, she started small businesses for them and motivate and give support to those who like to further their studies. She stays with my daughter. I'm talking from experience, not from another person's. So she stayed with my daughter while she was in East London. And you know what? She paid my daughter's registration fee on her first year. It was 5,000. Who can give you 5,000 for your daughter or your son? You know, my sister, she's so special. She's motivating. And then she stayed with my daughter for 2 years in East London. She didn't want me to pay anything. When I said money to her, she could say, no, just send the pocket money for your child. I don't want money for food, money for transport. I'll do that for you. So you'll understand where she comes from. Yeah. So even today, when I need advice on something, personal or work-related challenges, I call her, and you know what? She will preach for me, but at the end of the day, I'm going to feel okay and special. Warmest congratulations on your achievement, sister. The Motilenis and Rebese family are so proud of you. Papa and Mawe, Butpinki, Kalabi, and Joey are happy and proud of you wherever they are because of your hard work. Tinyiko Motileni, I mean Sesme Maisie, as our kids call her. Eh? You are introducing us to the wearer girl. I love you big time, my little sister. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Mary. That is so beautiful. You're gonna make me cry. Isn't family just amazing? And Tinyiko, you come from a family that loves you, and clearly you're taking them higher and higher, and worldwide, world domination, basically. And we absolutely love that. Thank you so much, Mary, for sharing that. I would like to introduce our last speaker, but definitely not least. I have the pleasure to introduce Ms. Nesta Mosoma, a product supervisor in male-dominated industry with 18 years of experience. She is also a farmer, athlete, small business owner, and mother of 3 who's living with cancer. Oh my goodness, this woman is amazing. She graduated from UNISA with a National Diploma Operations Management in 2016, studied BTech in Operations Management in 2020, and is now a BCom student majoring with Business and Information Systems. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Ms. Nesta Mosoma. Take it away. Nesta, are you here? I just need to see now the gallery. She's still here? I think we may have lost her.
Yeah.
Oh, no shame. I know we have a challenge with load shedding. It's such a problem. But hopefully we'll be able to have her in another session. Maybe we'll probably have another one of these sessions. I don't know if you guys agree, this has been such an amazing time, just learning from different people, from different industries, and also giving advice as to what to do in certain situations. Definitely worth the time. Maybe Tinyiko needs to hold this once every 3 months so that we can come together and learn and grow and just become leaders of tomorrow, taking over the world. But yes, I would then, if we don't have Nessa, she was our last speaker for today. Then I would like to hand over for the very last time, our amazing author of How I Emerged as a Leader in the Male-Dominated Industries, 52 Practical Tools to Assist Females Navigate Leadership and Growth, Ms. Tinyiko Motileni. Take it away for us in terms of closing this event. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, guys, we've reached the end of the session. You know what? Thank you so much for attending the session. You know, until now, I am so proud of you and myself. I thank myself for having the courage to talk about all these things. I thank you guys for attending the launch. I thank my parents for raising me. I thank the support of my children and my family. I thank my friends. I thank all the people that I'm coaching and they are leveling up in their own right. I thank all of you for being here. Please make sure, okay, I think I've got the emails. If you are here and you haven't sent me an email, I think it might be impossible, but if it is possible, if you have sent me an email, I will make sure that I send all the details of the book, the bank account and everything. I'm going to send it just now after this session, and then I'll be able to communicate with you as time goes on through the emails that you've sent me, okay? So I'm going to do that because I couldn't write because I'm using a tablet here. So I will definitely send you all the details that you need to do the ordering process. I will definitely put it on an email and send it to you. But otherwise, guys, cheers to everybody. I am happy when you are happy. Thank you so much, Maria.
Coach Tinyiko, I did nothing, but thank you so much. I was just here enjoying myself. I don't know about the rest of you. I was just literally just enjoying this amazing time of sharing the wonderful work that you put together to empower women and help them become the amazing leaders of tomorrow without fear of failure and with such confidence. You guys are going to have such a great time reading this book and being able to utilize it in your day-to-day lives. As we heard from someone earlier, you know, how do we now, you know, from working, you know, with people and coming back, how do you manage those energies and still, you know, being your feminine self and not feeling like you're being too rough or too strict? And she said it so clearly: do not think like a man, don't act like a man, be who you are as a woman. So as women, we are really powerful, and this book will help us tap into that even more, such that we can level up and level up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We thank the speakers today. We thank everybody who came through. Thank you so much. You know now how you're going to be able to order the book. Send her an email and she'll facilitate everything thereafter. We thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you. Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Mate.
Bye, guys. Bye.
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 Rahama,
Guys, it was a long weekend. We didn't narata mara lifung ba khomo.
Rahama, tima Zoom.
Mara ngwane.
Sunday.
Sunday. So ke la boraro
Okay.
Jalo ka mfana o rata mara.
Oh, a le sepele mo. And
But-
I'm gonna bake you the tooth bucket. You know what's in the
Aw, ke sharp ha una taba. Ke ne ke moditse wa tsef. Jalo be tshwanetse ke attend. Go be le ga re tsamaya.
Rahama,
Hello ma.
tima Zoom.
Ke itimile, ke so itimile. Leave.
Rahama, man. One disappoint.
I think it's
Yes,
the
your
guy.
stories.
One
You
disappoint.
had the nice stories.
Bye.
Tinyiko, thank you so much for an amazing session. It was wonderful.
I think it was very much amazing, Maria. Thank you so much. Hey, you've done the best. You know, you've done good. We'll keep on having these conversations. I think, yeah, let's do this. I think it was good. It was great. It was everything and more. You know, so thank you so much. We'll definitely talk on WhatsApp.
Yeah, we'll talk on WhatsApp now. Awesome. I'm signing out. Thank you so much. Have a blessed time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Ante ukuriente yini lo huma ntsena. Lo.
Yo, but we never have learned, man.
To me, I'm signing out.